Good evening and welcome to The Business Coach, a show in which you out to help entrepreneurs better their businesses. My name is Ian Dennis, and tonight, just like every other Monday, we'll be having a conversation with an entrepreneur, try to find out how exactly are they faring out during this COVID pandemic. But before I get to introduce my guest, I want to let you know that The Business Coach will be giving you a double dose each and every morning from Monday to Thursday, right here on KTN Home from 7 a.m. We'll be doing reruns of past shows. So if you've missed any of the past shows, you can just check out The Business Coach. And also on Tuesday at 9 p.m., we'll be having an Instagram Live. So we'll also be hosting different entrepreneurs, so there are different avenues that you can be getting to us. So right now, or rather today, we'll be having a conversation with Kyallo, the founder of Kyallo Leather. But before we get started on this particular conversation, here's a brief bio of Kyallo. Kyallo is the founder and director of Kyallo Leather, a premium leather goods manufacturer that retails online. Prior to her journey in business, Mercy was employed in the agency business for close to half a decade. Hi, Mercy.
Hi, how are you?
I'm quite well. Thanks so much for getting time to speak to us. I know we got you when you're on the road.
I'm always on the road.
Yes.
And I think a lot of entrepreneurs who are at my stage, we are always on the move, I guess.
Yes. So where are you from? Are you from work? Are you going from seeing a client? Where exactly are you from?
I'm from work. We were actually designing today earlier on. And so I said, let me leave work early, but I ended up taking the longest route. And so
You decided to park aside to speak to us.
Karibu, and by the way, I just have to say it's Mercy Kyallo.
Kyallo. It's not Kyallo. Kyallo. I've gotten it right. Mercy Kyallo.
Yes. I come from a place called Kitui, Mwingi, Migwani. And in Migwani, where we live, everyone, we don't do the cha as the way people who say Kyallo. And us, we do Kyallo, Kyulu. We have so many Kias, but we say Kia.
Interesting. Now I know. And you never told me before this. I've been calling you Kyallo all along. But it's Kyallo.
It happens so many times. So I felt like today is the day I have to tell people. For my family, it's Kyallo.
All right. Well noted. So it's 100 days since the first case you had of COVID. I know you've talked about COVID so many times, but it's 100 days. So how has it been for you? Because the different dynamics have happened in different businesses and industries. How exactly has it been for you as an entrepreneur in the leather industry?
Well, I think as an entrepreneur, first of all, when it came out, there's this, what I call like the frenzy, and then it made people, the market was just crazy. No one was thinking about buying anymore. And even us, we were just scared. And I think 2 weeks into COVID, we just decided, you know what, let's just go home, and we'll be like, everybody will be calling someone if you're needed, and we wanted also to reduce the number of people that are in the workshop at the same time, so we could also only have 2 people or 3 people, and obviously that was just acting the best, fastest, best possible way. And then so that's how we started coping with it.
What are some of the fears you had initially, and what exactly have you managed to conquer through the period of time?
Wow, first of all, my fears were like, oh, what happens if one of my employees actually gets it, at work, we're a family, and literally that's the reason why 2 weeks into it, and after I was seeing what was happening in Italy, and knowing that planes were still coming in and foreigners had come in for so quick, a lot of foreigners had come in. I think my biggest fears were us getting it. We're a small business, there's only so much you can do. So the best solution for us was, prevention.
Interesting. And let's say, because you were just in an unprecedented period of time, what are some of the measures, or rather, what are some of the different directions you've had to take as a business in terms of your operation, in terms of your market? What are some of the changes that you've had to make during this period?
We had to, we sell bags, and they are leather bags. These are luxurious items. These are things that, people get them as gifts. So during COVID, people are not really thinking, because everyone was talking about essential services. And it honestly made so much sense at the time, So we knew we had to take that would obviously take a hit. The bag business, we knew it would take a hit, and we were okay with it because we knew the kind of circumstances that we were facing. This is something that no, we had never, everyone in this whole world, nobody has faced this before. So we were just waiting. But one of the lessons I have in business from my mentors is that cash is king, and businesses always need to always have cash. And so I remember talking to one of my friends and who is also a business owner, Thomas. He owns Imara Mediplus Hospital, and we were talking about how a lot of people came to them asking for masks. People were coming to hospital to ask for masks because they were so scared. So internally they decided to come up with masks that would like standard homemade masks. And so we decided. So he was telling me as we were discussing this, and they were saying so many people needed masks at the time, especially in Nairobi, and since they were in Embu, they were not able to deliver here. So I saw the opportunity and I onboarded them on our website, and we started selling their masks, and they are of really good quality actually. And it helped us because they're doctors, so they knew what they were making. So even earlier on in the stages of COVID, we had a very good product. They were 3-layered masks with a filter, and so that obviously gave us a shot at something, and also like our contribution during COVID. We were doing free deliveries everywhere in the country, anywhere. So we sent them to Voi. We sent our masks to Voi. Yeah. We sent our masks to places outside of Nairobi, Eldoret, so many places. So we got the opportunity to participate, in a different way, and also to assist. So that definitely changed because obviously we sell premium goods and their leather, but then obviously the masks were a different product. But we quickly embraced the product because it definitely helped us with our cash flow, and I'm sure other entrepreneurs totally understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you have to go for the opportunity that's existent. And I just want to find out, in terms of your now, because the main product that you're selling in bags, how exactly have they fared during this period of time as compared to other seasons? Were there still the same demand? Did it go down?
Oh, obviously, I can say, especially the first months of COVID, which I would call, let's say, like I remember March was horrible, and even the first months, I think everyone was just literally, the sales really took a dip. Yeah. And as much as we did have sales, but they were not the same way, of course. I think birthdays are still birthdays, and we always still have to celebrate our loved ones in any way. So in that way, we were able to come through to our customers. But then definitely the sales took a dip, and I know it's everywhere. Even some industries much worse than us. So we can only be grateful for what we are able to continuously, get.
Yes, I get you. I want to just take you back because I know you had a conversation on the Instagram Live before, and you shared with me your story, and I'd like also the other audience here to actually get to know it. Your journey in entrepreneurship. You started hustling quite early. You told me you used to sell some. Let me just give you the opportunity to tell me that story. You started hustling early in high school. Take me through what exactly were you doing, and take me through the hustles you were doing, and what exactly it taught you and prepared you for where you are right now.
Yes. And it's so crazy that now I look back and it's part of my story, and it has, like, when you look back, you can see the dots, you can join the dots. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy that it happened to me. But when I started, I think my first interest in business was basically, I think I was in Form 2, and I started a broccoli farm at my place, at my home in Rongai, my mom's place in Rongai. And then, I was so excited. I had seen one of my mom's friends had broccoli, and she was doing it successfully, and she was doing it so well. And she told me how much she's making, and you know what? That just ranked something.
The money rank.
Like, what? Let me tell you, farmers by then can be very misleading. Farming is a lot of work. It's a lot of work, a lot of commitment. So I really didn't get very good produce. I know, like, we hardly sold anything. I remember at the time I went to Fresh and Juicy, and they ask you that one vegetable, it should be a certain number of kgs or something like that to meet the threshold. And so none of mine meet the threshold.
So the others you got earlier on were misleading.
Yes, I think I really underestimated what farming was, and being informed too, and then the way she explained how she did it, I know. And when I did it, my approach was very immature, because I just got a guy, took a panda, and I remember because at time they were infested. Like I don't know what was happening. You see how much I was unaware. You know, like I'm not a farmer, but then. Tried everything to rescue them and it was impossible. So we ended up eating all that broccoli at home.
And okay, I know you did
like a man.
I know you did quite a number of hustles before venturing into Kyallo, but before we go on a break, I'll just ask you what some of the lessons that you learned from your early hustles in brief.
Yeah, like I learned, first of all, I have to mention when I was in uni, I used to sell patties and bras to evening students. And my friend and I would walk around the school folk. Which was just immediately, like this was in uni, so this was like my experience into understanding business. And I think that I learned a very important lesson, sales. You know, I was very shy and I was like, I didn't like to show, I didn't want to say, you know, I have this. But then when you're an entrepreneur, you're the first salesperson of your business. You got to be very confident, you got to go out there and show people what you have, take the rejection, take it very confidently and walk to the next guy.
All right, so on that particular point, once you're going to take a short commercial break, remember the hashtag is KTN Business Coach, at KTN Home, at Ian Dennis Network across all particular platforms. So don't touch that dial, but keep it right here on the Business Coach, where we help entrepreneurs better their businesses.